everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Veach Season. We are your guest hosts, Rocky Magaña and Kramer Sansone, coming to you from the Chiefs dungeon, where we do not love our families enough to spend Christmas with them, and we are just hiding here, here to hang out with you guys. Unfortunately, Brett Veach can't be with us today because apparently he is a family man who loves his kids and his wife, or something lame like that. I mean, sure, if you want to be a loser, you spend Christmas with your family, right? But if you want to be cool, then you do a Chiefs podcast with your best friend Kramer Sansone.
Yes,
and
sir.
You just shoot the shit for as long as you can, and then before you have to like go back out there to face the music and see how angry your wife is. Because let me tell you, Kramer, I'm gonna pay for this today.
Oh, I know you will. This is not a good look for you, bud.
No, we are 48 hours out from Christmas when we record this, and me and my wife have not wrapped a single one of our kids' Christmas presents yet. And as we speak, my wife is in the living room wrapping Christmas presents for our children so that they'll have a happy Christmas. And I'm in here doing a podcast talking about the Chiefs and presumably along the way, Jamie Foxx's boners or some other stupid shit that we normally talk about. Speaking of Jamie Foxx's penis and boner,
I have yet to see his comedy sketch.
I haven't either. I watched the commercial to it on Netflix a couple of times. And I was talking to my wife after we recorded our last episode, and I was like, I was talking with Kramer today, and we had a real, we really got past the normal toxic masculine topics that we normally talk about, and down to the root of male insecurities and man-to-man nature. Yeah. And we were talking about how long we could hug Halle Berry without getting a boner and presumably jizzing in our pants. And then I was like, first off, I just want to ask you, babe, how would you feel if Halle Berry came up and gave me a hug and I got a boner, right? Like, what would your reaction be? Yeah. If you were with me, Halle Berry hugs me and I start pinching a tent, and she goes, and this is why I love my wife, right? She is an Italian wife through and through. I'm not Italian, but she is very Italian. And she goes, well, you're a dude and it's Halle Berry. I would expect you to get an erection.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I said, baby, I love you. You are my soulmate. And I've never felt so seen in my entire life as I do right now. So it turns out that I don't have to hold out at all. It doesn't matter how long I would hold out. My wife is cool with it. And because of that, I say I have the best wife in the world. I love my wife.
I'm glad you're sucking up to her right now, knowing that she's out there doing all of the Christmas gift wrapping while you're, chatting it up with me.
Well, here's the thing, Kramer. She's never going to listen to this shit.
That's fair enough. You're right.
She doesn't listen to my podcasts. She doesn't read my articles. I
hope she leaves a review.
She takes care of the children while I do this, which is amazing. And she keeps the house afloat and does so many things that makes this possible for me, that without her, none of this is possible. None of this happens. My wife is an angel, but she does not consume the content that I create. Thank the Lord in heaven. Because she probably would never look at me the same way again. This is the equivalent of me having a second family on the side that she doesn't know about, right?
That's a good point.
You might as well be like my second wife I have stashed away in Tennessee somewhere that I slip away to on business trips.
It's wild how that was normal back in the early days of how we got moving around and before technology took off. That's so wild.
Dude, it wasn't even that long ago. I had a friend in high school whose dad had a full-on second wife, kids, mortgage, house.
How do you juggle that?
I have no effing clue. He was in the military, but that's full on 2 full ass families. And he didn't.
Do they know?
They found out after he was out of college.
Ooh.
His mom found out. It was a long time.
Holy cow!
And they had and they were homeschooled, dude. They had 9 kids. Yeah, and he was like, I got 9 children with this one lady. You know what I need? A lot more in another state with another lady. Like, what kind of a psychopath?
He could go. He could do a travel team against the hills and rivers. Like that guy has enough of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, 100%. He could field
2 teams,
any team he wants. Yeah, he could have
he
had a bench.
He has a full defense and offense.
Yeah, Jesus. I can't even imagine. I have 2 kids and I'm exhausted every single day of my life, and I can just barely keep up. I was washing dishes and scrambled to get the dishes done so that I could get on here to record with you in time, because if I didn't do the dishes before I came in here and I left my wife to wrap the gifts, I mean,
I would be in the doghouse all night.
There would be a new Netflix Christmas movie called A Christmas Divorce, starring Rocky Magaña.
A Chiefs,
a Chiefs touchdown Christmas or whatever, holiday touchdown would not.
Rocky's demise.
It would be part 2. Yeah, the Fumblerooski.
The Fumblerooski.
And how I effed up and lost my family on 48 hours before Christmas and spent the rest of the time trying to get them back. And today's episode, everybody, brought to you by Voss Water.
Oh yeah. Sorry, thirsty.
It's just water in a bottle, but you pay a shit ton more for it. Yeah, but it's glass, and you pay a shit ton more, and somehow it tastes good because it's water and it hydrates you.
It's true. There's some added electrolytes in this thing.
Listen,
it was $1 at Pop Shelf, so why not?
Mm-hmm. If you hate your bank account, go out and buy full price for Voss Water, like $10 a bottle. Dude, you ever go to a bar? You got to do bottle service. I haven't done this in years because I have kids and a family now. But you go to a bar and do bottle service.
Oh yeah, you do it for the show.
Yeah, you do it for the show, and then you're like, "Oh man, can I just get a water?" And they're like, "Yeah, we have Voss Water for $12." And you're like, "Wow, shit, can I get half a bottle?"
No, the best thing with this is I had bought this maybe a month ago. I'm just refilling it up and drinking it.
Yeah, there you go. It's
yes, sir.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons where they join a country club and Marge has that one designer outfit that she keeps on retailoring with the sewing machine every single night after everybody goes to bed, so she can have a different outfit each day, but it's just the same outfit retailored over and over again.
That's crazy. I don't watch The Simpsons. Probably should. I didn't watch a Simpsons cast of that one football game either. So, yeah.
I haven't watched The Simpsons in years, but when I was a kid, I remember that episode distinctly because they joined the country club there. Merry Christmas, Kramer.
Yeah,
happy holidays,
too, Rocky.
Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah to you and your people.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of Kramers out there celebrating Hanukkah this upcoming week.
There are. I'm not sure about that, but we'll see.
And there's also a lot of people celebrating Christmas and Kwanzaa as well, and other holidays.
A lot of Kramers too doing that.
Lot of Kramers, a lot of Sansones, a lot of Magañas, a few Rockies, celebrating this Christmas season. Speaking of Christmas season, so I usually am like a die-hard Christmas movie guy. Right?
Yeah.
Like I love the shit out of Christmas movies. I saw Love Actually 4 times in the theater.
Actually, is it a Christmas movie? Is it a Hallmarky?
Yeah. You've never seen Love Actually? No,
I've never seen
Hallmark.
I've never seen
Hugh Grant, Keira Knightley, Liam Neeson.
Never seen it, man. Never seen it.
Oh my gosh, dude! Stop this podcast and go watch it right now. Come back and see me in 2.5 hours. I'm joking. But no, you need to watch Love Actually if you never watched it.
Is it pre-love?
It's beautiful. I think it probably came out about 20 years ago at this point, but I was a young man when it came out, and Keira Knightley was a very young woman, and I was sufficiently obsessed with Keira Knightley's beauty when she was younger, as I should. And so I saw the movie 4 times in the theater, but I was also single at the time. And the 4th time I saw it, it was like a Saturday night. I saw it by myself the 4th time, and it was like a Saturday night at like AMC 30 movie theaters, and like everybody was all booed up and like date night, and I was just sitting there by myself, and I just looked around, and I've never felt so alone. And the Like, you know that song, like Lonely, like, right? I'm so
I'm so
lonely.
lonely.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
And so,
Oh man.
I walked out 3.5, like 3/4 of the way through the movie because I already knew what was going to happen. But
Well, yeah,
like,
this is your third time, well, fourth time watching it. Yeah.
yeah, and since then I've watched it at least 450 times, I would say.
It's that good.
I love it is, and I love all Christmas movies. I mean, It's a Wonderful Life I watch year
Oh,
round.
I can't watch. I can't.
Oh,
I
Jimmy
can't.
Stewart, man.
I tried. I've tried, and it's like watching paint dry. I just can't do it.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Merry
I know.
Christmas, Mr. Potter. Merry Christmas, you silly old building and loan.
It's my brother and my mother love it, but I'm a Christmas story guy. A Christmas Carol, sorry. Christmas
No,
Carol,
Christmas
the
Carol. Christmas
OG back in
Story
like the
is good.
1940. No, Christmas Story sucks. I don't need 24 hours of that. No, thank you.
Not 24 hours, but it's a good movie.
Dude, that movie's so mid, it's ridiculous.
Okay. What is your favorite Christmas movie? And there's only one right answer.
I don't know. Year Without a Santa Claus might be my favorite Christmas movie ever. A claymation classic.
It's good. It's good.
I love that thing.
Like, listen, I like Year Without Santa Claus. I like Miracle on 34th Street. I love Home Alone. I do consider Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I do.
Elf is great.
Elf's so good.
Scrooged is amazing. I love Scrooge. If you haven't seen Scrooge with Bill Murray, you need to watch Scrooge with Bill Murray.
It's good.
But there is only one definitive Christmas movie.
What, Bad Santa?
No. Fuck Bad Santa. And I'm sorry if I have to say the F word during Christmas time, but you drove me to it. No, it's not Four Christmases. It's not Bad Santa. And it's sure as hell not 8 Crazy Nights. It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Right. Yes. Okay,
Shitter's full, Kramer.
Yep, you're right.
Full.
Save the neck for me, Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. There's only one definitive.
Yeah, you're right.
Movie,
you're right.
And that is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I think there's some dark horses out there that are really good. Like, have you ever seen the movie Prancer? That was an old movie. I have not
seen Prancer.
I'll summarize it for you. Girl lives on a farm. She finds a reindeer in the barn behind her house. It's Prancer. She's trying to get him back to Santa Claus.
Oh, that's sweet, actually.
It's sweet. It's a really it's a cute movie. I liked it a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of good Christmas movies out there, but I would say
National Lampoon's Vacation. Yes. I don't know why that didn't just come to my mind. I've already watched it like 5 different times already this year.
Yeah, it's the best one.
I'm gonna probably watch it again after this.
I might go watch it right now as soon as we wrap this up. Right now, as we speak, they're watching a Netflix Christmas movie in my living room right now called Our Little Secret, starring Lindsay Lohan.
Is that new?
Yeah, it looks about as good as you would expect it to look. But we watched another one called Christmas with You, I think was the name of it. It's another Netflix Christmas movie. It was dog shit, but good. But Christmas dog.
Was it cheesy?
It was like dog shit wrapped in garland and elf sparkles.
So it's like trying to polish a turd. It's still a turd.
Yeah, but it was a shiny ass turd.
It's
very shiny, flashing lights, the whole 9 yards.
Mr. Hanky was done up to the 9s, apparently.
Yeah, to the 9s. There's this scene where like it's the whole premise. It's like this like Latin pop star, and she has to write a Christmas movie, or her label's going to drop her, and she sees a fan. She says go to the fan's high school to surprise her, and it turns out that the fan's dad is also the music teacher, and they get snowed in. So she goes to their house. And then she sees the song that the dad has started writing, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, this melody, these lyrics, this is just the song that I've been looking for. These lyrics are so deep, and they just strike me right. It's a message I've been looking to tell, and I haven't been able to find." And she like picks up the piece of the paper and she reads it. It's one line, and she goes, "Home is where the heart is." And I was like, I think that like my grandma's gonna say that.
Lord.
Yeah. And then like one of the big romantic moments,
kind of cringy a little bit.
Yeah, at one of the big romantic moments, she goes like they're gonna perform it live, and the dad is like super nervous. He's never been on stage before. And she's like, "Hey, my favorite artist once wrote, 'Home is where the heart is,' and we're gonna make our home on that stage." And I was like, "Oh god!"
All I can think of right now is "Home is where you make it."
Yeah. All I can think of. Have you seen the movie Date Night?
Yes. Long time ago.
All I can think of is when when James Franco and like Mila Kunis are trying to escape out of the apartment, and and like and Mila Kunis stops James Franco, who's like this really shady dude, and she's like, "Hey, but wait, this is our home." And James Franco rips open his shirt and has a tattoo of her, and he goes, "This is your home," and like
Yep.
starts beating his chest. Yeah, that's all I can think of. I do that to my wife on like a slow Tuesday at least twice a month, where it'll be like 8:30 in the morning, and she'll say something about being home, and I'll like rip open my shirt and bang on my chest and say,
This
is your home. And then she rolls her eyes at me and walks out and says, "Make me a cup of coffee."
Hey, we're also forgetting another movie, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Ah,
Yeah,
which one? Which one?
I love the cartoon version. The cartoon version.
Which cartoon version?
The Dr. Seuss one, the one that came out like in the 60s.
Because they redid
Yeah.
redid the cartoon version like 2
maybe,
years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago maybe, but I really do not like the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, I'm not so much of a big fan of it either.
But I do enjoy. I'll sit there and watch it. I don't care, but I prefer the old cartoon one the best.
You know, a Charlie Brown Christmas is also a classic.
Classic has to be. Yeah,
Classic. Yeah, classic.
Anything
What's
Charlie Brown.
What's your favorite Christmas Carol?
I'm trying to think of what year the one. It's black and white. But it's what is the Christmas Carol one that I like the most? Because there's so many renditions of it. Which one's yours?
I think I'm a White Christmas guy. Speaking of White Christmas. White Christmas is a classic movie also. If you haven't seen the movie White Christmas, oh my gosh, it's one of the greatest Christmas
The one that came out in 1951, Scrooge.
That one.
Yeah.
Nice.
I watch that yearly. You do that with my mom every single Christmas? Oh, yeah.
Oh, when I said Christmas Carol, I mean the song. What's your favorite Christmas Carol song?
Oh, Christmas Carol song. Oh, ooh.
Because Muppet Christmas Carol is the best Christmas Carol movie. Duh.
No. The Scrooge one definitely is the best one.
All right.
I saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Michael Jackson. Yes.
Is that a fantasy of yours? Watching your mom
no,
like, just get tongue thrusted by Santa Claus.
No, but as a kid, I would make fun of it, knowing the backstory of Michael and him with his father. It's like, Michael, you don't want to tell your dad this is happening right now. You just don't want to do it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, no, that's a good one. I think White Christmas is my favorite Christmas Carol, or All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey, obviously.
Give me the Little Drummer Boy.
Little Drummer Boy is a good one. Snoopy and the Red Bandit, that's another good one.
Yeah,
that's a good Christmas Carol. You know, what's one that you hate? What's a Christmas Carol that you hear and you're just like, you know what? F this.
Oh, the All I Want for Christmas is the elephant or the hippopotamus or hippopotamus.
Oh, I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Can't stand that one. Yeah,
I hate that one. I hate Christmas shoes.
Dude, that thing makes me cry, man. I haven't heard that thing since it came out.
Oh my God. It makes me cry too, which is why I hate it.
That was came out when I was a kid, and I was crying, thinking that I felt something then.
Man. Yeah, I was just like, man, that lady's been dead for a long time at this point.
That's also a Christmas movie. Christmas Shoes. They made it into a movie.
But when that song came out, that kid is grown up now. Yeah. He grew up without a mother. She's been long dead. Dad probably remarried some woman who wanted to start a family that didn't include him. He was always like
dude, you're getting dark on this now.
Own house. He probably tried to find home in a toxic relationship with a woman and tried to leave the house and get out of there as fast as he could. Probably dropped out of college, couldn't cut it because he didn't have a support system in place.
He didn't finish high school.
No, he didn't finish high school. Got the girl pregnant, right? And trying to be a dad of his own. But then the woman that he married never matches up to the memory of his own mother, of his dead mother. And so now every Christmas he just drinks himself and blacks out. And now his own children are growing up with these like traumatized memories of what Christmas means. I mean,
Rocky, you good, bud?
So sad. It's so sad when you think about it. And so I don't like that song.
No, I don't either because of what can happen.
Yeah, it's the implication.
It's the
Kramer.
implication.
It's the implication of what it means. I also hate the song "Last Christmas." Last
Christmas, I
I
gave
gave
you
you
my
my heart.
heart. Okay, yeah,
But the
yeah.
very next day,
I agree.
baby,
I'm not a big fan of that one.
It just like I just hate how breathy it is. It's like, oh God.
The Feliz Navidad.
What do you got against my culture?
The Feliz Navidad.
I would expect. I should expect
Navidad.
that out of a Confederate reenactment
Okay.
aficionado like yourself, that you would hate the only Spanish.
No, I love that
Christmas
song.
Carol.
No, I love that song.
I thought you
I
were
don't
talking
hate
shit
that song.
on my Feliz Navidad.
No.
I was gonna
Why would I
Feliz
keep
up your
singing
ass.
it and dance to it?
I was gonna put my size 11 Feliz up your asshole for that one. Kramer says so. Fly to Kansas City, beat your ass, and make it back for Christmas morning with my children to do stockings. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Sure,
I love you too much.
Love
you
you
can
too,
say whatever you want.
Merry
You can
Christmas.
say whatever you want. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah. So Christmas is just around the corner. Let us know in a review what your favorite Christmas movie, Christmas song you hate, or Christmas song you love, and what do you think happened to the kid from Christmas Shoes?
That's what I really want to know. I want to know what your fan fiction are. The kid from the Christmas shoes.
Yeah,
story.
I want to hear your Christmas Shoes.
Yes.
Maybe it was they thought that the mom got the shoes and the kid bought them. He took them home and she tried them on, and she's like, "These shoes are not just my size. These are actually a size and a half too small, and I can't get my feet in them."
Oh, that's terrible.
But it's the thought that counts. So she tried to like wear them anyway. And then like she was watching TV one night and she saw a commercial for like some new medicine called Revolti or whatever, where the side effects are like, may bleed out of your asshole and have your eyeballs implode in your skull, right? Like one of those.
Lord, okay.
Like one of those medicines that you see when you're watching streaming service. And anyway, though, but she got on that medicine though, and it worked and it healed her. But then she was trying to be a good mom and she wore the shoes anyway, and they didn't fit her feet and it rubbed too much, and then it caused a sore on her foot.
What staph?
Yeah, she had to and then she had to go to work, and he insisted that she wore them every single day, and she stepped into like some like melted slush pile in the gutter, and it had rat piss and raccoon poop in it, and it got in her sore. And next thing you know, she has like gangrene and it traveled up her bloodstream, and it took her out before Easter.
Dang, dude, that's just terrible.
And she would have survived if it hadn't been for that damn kid trying to buy those shoes for her in the wrong size.
So
you know whose fault it really is? The kid didn't have the money to pay for them. It's that guy who wrote the song who gave him the money to kill his mother.
So it's okay.
It's the musician's fault. Shame on you. Who sings that song?
He's the fall guy.
Yeah, what is his name? Who sings Christmas Shoes? I want to say it's like...
I have no idea. I'm not good with artist names. I'm good with sports names, not artist names.
Oh, man. It's by New Song. Of course it is. All right. The name of the band is New Song. They're an American contemporary Christian music group that was established in 1981 at Morningside Baptist Church in Valdosta, Georgia. All right, New Song. Her blood is on your hands. You have to atone for it. How dare you take that boy's mother away from him in the holiday season? All right. Anyway, how far are we into it? 23 minutes. Let's talk about some Chiefs. Veach season, baby.
I'll tell you what. I was at the game Saturday. I was there.
Oh, yeah. What's up with Krame Dog?
So I was at the game on Saturday, and I don't know how defenses can't – not defenses. I don't know how offenses that are not the Chiefs can think inside Arrowhead. It was so loud. Like, I couldn't believe how close I was. I won tickets via work by finding an elf on the shelf. So I was able to get hooked up on some tickets. And, we're 5 rows off of the end zone that where Tank Dell got hurt. So we're pretty close. And I cannot hear myself think. And it just, I can't believe it. I don't know how some people, think that some teams can go into Arrowhead and win. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening ever in my entire life. And also at the game, the eye test, let's keep on going that way. The Chiefs are 10 times better than what the Houston Texans were from start to finish. I know watching it on TV, some people are like, how can you say this? How can you say this? Well, watching it in person, I can physically see how good the Chiefs are compared to the Texans. And the Texans lack so much discipline. It was just nuts. Being able to watch that in person was absolutely beautiful. And the Chiefs, man, I don't know. I spent too much time this week at Arrowhead. I even had a Christmas party there Wednesday night, which was pretty sick. We were out by the locker room bar, so I was pretty much all tapped into Arrowhead all week this week. But man, that game on Saturday, electric.
Oh, I mean, it's why Arrowhead is such a hard place to play in. I mean, obviously, as a Raiders fan, you can see why your team generally sucks so bad there, and why they suck.
Yeah.
But Arrowhead has the best fans. That's why it's the loudest place on earth.
Okay. I don't know about that.
It's everything. I mean, they do hold the Guinness Book of World Record.
I know the loudest fans. I know that for a fact. They're obnoxious.
Mm-hmm. And they're obnoxious for the other team, which is what a fan is supposed to be.
I don't know. There's sometimes where there's a Chiefs fan obnoxious and a Chiefs fan obnoxious. They do butt heads. You know that happens, Rocky.
Oh, I agree.
I saw plenty of times at the game, even in the parking lot. Which, goodness, it's a different beast. That parking lot is just.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you haven't experienced Arrowhead in a while and you get out there, you're like, it's an assault to the senses in a good way, right? Like you just like you get there and it's just like, I mean, so much food and people and drinking and partying. The place is packed, and it's like going to a carnival or like a festival. And then you get inside and you see the green of the field and you see the sea of red in the crowd. And then the other team's offense takes the field and it's just everybody stands up and everybody's screaming their faces off and their veins are bulging from their head. And you have a splitting headache by the end of the first quarter, but you don't give a damn because you're giving everything you got because we're in the hunt for the 1 seed, Kramer Sansone. We need this victory. It's awesome. I love Arrowhead. Not living in Kansas City, I miss Arrowhead more than I think I miss pretty much anything else in my life, obviously, because I am also, a diehard Chiefs fan.
I do got to complain about one thing only is hey, Brett, we got to talk about how much the chicken tender fry basket is. That is a little steep. It's a little steep.
I mean, that's anywhere you go though. If you
go to Atlanta, that you ain't getting that. You're getting it cheap in Atlanta.
That's true, but you're also getting it served to you by the same lady that gave you a lap dance the night before at the
I'm cool with that.
I'm okay with. Listen, she can put them chicken tenders right there in the cleavage and just lean over, just drop them in the basket. You know
what? I'm okay with that.
I'm not here to judge.
I'll tell you what though, chicken tenders phenomenal. Like I think I fell in love with the chicken tenders I did eat, so it was worth every penny.
Listen, I love the food. I love the stadium. I love everything about it, and I'm so happy that you got to go and experience it. I'm also extremely jealous that you got to go and experience it, but it's okay. Next time I'm in town, I'll take in a game.
You should.
The problem is that I usually end up in town sometime in the summer,
so there's no game going on.
Just no game going on. Year before last, I went to a game. Someday my kids will be old enough that I'll just be able to be like, hey babe, I'm taking the boys with me for the weekend to Kansas City to go to a game. And then she'll be like, oh great, just take the kids off my hands. But right now I have 2 toddlers. There's no way in hell that I'm that
you got some time, buddy. You've got some time.
That I'm going to take 2 toddlers with me to Kansas City by myself to go to a Chiefs game. That just sounds like a nightmare. All right. No 5-star reviews this week, Krame Dog.
Boo.
It's Christmas. Where's the Christmas miracles of like all the 5-star reviews that come in and all the cool stuff for us to read online? So, Mr. Larry Quinn, you are still our last review.
Larry, thank you for following us on X, tweeting at us and everything. Dude,
yeah, Larry, thanks for the interaction, dude. Larry Quinn, you get a gold star. This is a gold star for Larry Quinn. You are a Veach season VIP, appreciated listener, along with the likes of one JC Proctor, as well as another one who is a very much a loved listener of each season. So shout out to
boys.
our VIP listeners. Interact with us on X, and you might get a shout out next week for our new segment that we just invented, VIP listeners of the week. Interact with us on X, and we just might shout you out.
Yep.
So a little bit of cheese. So before we get into cheese news, we got to talk a little bit about something that's pretty important here, Krame.
What's that?
First of all, when you're doing a podcast, please remember to plug in your laptop, because if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see that my camera was just falling off my laptop, and I was looking all over the place, and Kramer was trying to fill space for a minute and keep talking because I couldn't talk. Is because somehow I didn't plug in my laptop before we started doing this podcast.
Oh, so you almost died.
And then the cable to plug it into was like somehow underneath my desk, and so I had to like crawl under my desk and get it while we were on the. It was.
Don't worry.
I thought I was going to go dark.
I try to be as professional as possible. If something happens, I always got us, buddy.
Dude, you did it. You did it like a stud. So from the bottom of my heart, Krame, thanks for saving my ass that back there, buddy.
Of course.
Anytime.
I'll protect your blind side.
Thank you. You got me. Hey, you could be my wingman anytime.
I got you, Goose.
And then, but also in other news, besides that, me and Kramer, for those of you who don't know, are in a 20-team fantasy football league that is very competitive. And in a 20-team fantasy football league, your roster is very shallow.
Oh, yeah.
And we are in the championship weeks now, people. And Rocky Magaña entered the playoffs as the number 7 seed. And everybody counted him out and said he doesn't have what it takes. His roster isn't strong enough.
This guy tied a game this year.
Yeah, this guy had a tie on his record. This guy doesn't have what it takes to go the distance and make it to the championship game. But they didn't know something. They didn't know that I'm a waiver wire king and that I had scored more points in the season than anybody else. I just had more points scored against me. Week after week, I took everybody's best shot because they were coming for the crown. And I weathered it, and then I made it through. I made it through the playoffs. Last week, I lost my phone on Saturday morning. I didn't find it again until Sunday morning. I didn't have it at all, and I was doing family stuff all day, so I couldn't get on the computer. I did not have a chance to set my lineup on Saturday, and George Pickens started for me and was out and just gave a 0, and I still made it to the championship.
Did a good job. Yeah, I think you're going to go up against the guy named Fresh Hemoglobin, who has 4 kidneys now in his body. So good luck. Good luck to both y'all.
Well, I'm going to make him need number 5.
I hope not, please.
No, I won't do that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Fresh Hemoglobin. No, I will play so good that he'll only need 3.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's a nice insult.
Just take one out. That's all we need to do.
Yeah. We'll just make it to where he doesn't need a 4th one anymore. I'm gonna make it to where he needs less hemoglobin. I'm gonna pound him full of hemoglobin.
But no, 20-man league, it's nuts. I love it. I won the league last year, and now it looks like you might win the league this year.
Well, we obviously know who the experts are when it comes to football.
True. That's very true. Especially in 20 men people, like 20 teams.
Yeah.
In there.
I mean, people are like, why should we listen to your podcast and do what you say? And I say, I won a 20-team fantasy football league. And then people say, oh, well, obviously you are an expert. That's how you got on this podcast with me one day. You said, hey, I won a fantasy football league. And I said, oh, please bestow your wisdom upon me. Tell me, wise
this
sage.
Was a rough, and I mean rough fantasy football season for me. It was bad. I had to serve a punishment. It's not good. Me and 2 other dudes, our punishment is it's the bowling challenge. I don't know if I ever told you this, but you have to either bowl a 300 or get as close as you can, and you have to get to that 300. And if you can't get there, every beer you drink is minus 15 pence.
Oh.
Yeah, so it looks like I'm going to be drinking a lot of beer because I'm not a bowler. I have bad, weak wrists.
200 pins worth of beers. That's about where
That's about, yeah, I'm going to have to do that.
I tell you what, though, I could drink 200 pins worth of beers in my sleep. I may be a shit bowler, but I'm a world-class drinker. I can hammer that shit in no time.
And this league, if you put up a 0 in this league I'm in, you have to shotgun a drink just for that 0 you have that week.
God, how come I'm not in that league with you, Kramer?
It's my college boys.
Man, put me in that one next year.
I'll see what I can do. It's nuts.
All right, moving on. Chiefs signed veteran tight end Robert Tonyan to the practice squad. It's a move, but 2020,
Why?
the guy, he had 11 touchdowns in 2020.
But why do you think the Chiefs need him?
So Noah Gray got banged up a little bit on a play last week. So maybe it's just depth. Maybe it's just depth. I think. I wouldn't expect.
Is it shocking or concerning they didn't want to bring back Irv Smith?
Isn't he on another roster right now?
I have not. Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah, I think he's.
But if he was a free agent though, would they have done that? You think that's like a Chiefs move? They're like, all right, bring a guy back that would know stuff.
I think it is. I think that the problem is that Irv Smith and Noah Gray and Robert Tonyan serve different roles. Irv Smith is only a receiving tight end, where Robert Tonyan and Noah Gray play a little bit more of a blocking role.
And Irv's in Houston right now. So Irv was in Kansas City. So
yeah, he's now a Viking.
Oh, he's a Viking. It's on me.
Yeah, he's currently a Viking. So he's unavailable. So Chris Jones and DJ Humphries both held out with injuries. DJ Humphries, I don't think you're going to see DJ Humphries until the playoffs, if you see him at all.
I don't think you see DJ Humphries at all. I don't.
That's so sad.
So listen. No. It's not sad. He tried.
No, it's sad because that means that Joe Thuney is going to be your starting left tackle throughout the playoffs.
Joe, I mean, if it's just me, I thought Joe's looked good filling in at left tackle role. I think he's given Patrick more time than what he's been alluded to.
It's not that Joe Thuney hasn't done good. It's that Joe Thuney at left tackle means that Mike Caliendo's at left guard.
But what I'm still concerned with is now I'm not worried about that tackle side. I'm more worried about the Jawan Taylor side of the tackle spot now. Like I don't care what's going on. I'm cool and confident with Joe Thuney. Mike Caliendo, he'll step up. I hope he just be a wall. Just try to be a wall, push the guy over. But from just watching the game in person so many times, that like the Trey Smith flags, that's not his problem. That's not his fault because of how Jawan Taylor is lining up. He's leaving massive gaps between him and Trey Smith. So, like, I'm not worried about what Joe Thuney's going to do. So I'm kind of glad DJ Humphries isn't going out there. But you got to figure something else out there.
I've been wanting them to put Wanya on the right side for a long time.
Isn't he a natural right tackle?
He is. He played right tackle in college, and so at Oklahoma. So they tried to switch him to left tackle when he came to the pros. Which, by the way, people, I am out on as a principal, as a draft analyst. I do not like swapping people from right tackle to left tackle. If you draft a guy, say like if you drafted Laramie Tunsil, right? Like super high first round overall, and he's a left tackle, and you're saying, I already have a left tackle, I'm going to play him on the right side for a little while, for a year or two, and then move him over to left tackle, that's a different story. But trying to take a right tackle and move him to left tackle is so different. Trying to take a second round or third round right tackle and move him to left tackle is such a crap shot, right? On whether that person can do it. It's like trying to take a right-handed hitter and make him a left-handed hitter.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Maybe he can be a switch hitter, but maybe he can't. Like, that's the thing. Is like, maybe they can, but maybe they can't. You don't know. It's an unknown. But if you draft somebody who plays left tackle, then you know they're left tackle. So that's one of my principles as a draft analyst, is that I don't like drafting right tackles and just saying, oh, we'll just move him to the left side. If you're going to draft a right tackle, play him on the right side. If you're going to draft a left tackle, play him on the left side.
It's because of hand fighting. If you think about it, because you got to win that hand fight. And the guy on the left side is always going to go up with this. But if you're the right tackle, you can't go up with this on your right side. You have to go through your right hand.
It's also like, think of it as a boxer, right? Like, are you like
a southpaw, or
a righty, right? You know, like, which foot are you leading with, right? When you punch, like yes, sure, maybe you can do it, but there's one side that you are going to do a lot better than the other, right? And when you're talking about going from the college to the NFL anyway. It's such a leap for offensive linemen. Like people don't understand like how hard it is for a rookie offensive lineman who doesn't have the savviness and the experience to just step in against a Max Crosby or a Myles Garrett or somebody who's been in the league for 6 years and playing at an all-pro level. And you're going to get your ass handed to you, even if you're a stud, right? But if you're like a middle round right tackle draft pick, good night. Like you have no chance whatsoever. So it's just one of those positions where I feel like you have to draft to play them where they played in college.
I agree. I know. I truly agree with that.
Are
you concerned about Chris Jones being out?
I am. I think that it's more preventative than anything because you saw him. He was in pretty high spirits on the sidelines after the game, talking and chatting. I think that it's one of those things where we might not see him till the playoffs, but he's going to play in the playoffs. I don't think that there's a meaningful game that he's going to miss there, but I don't think he's going to play this week. I do think the defense is better without Chamari Connor in it, though. I think Jaden Hicks in the lineup is a better defense.
He looked fun
than having Chamari Connor, who plays well versus the line of scrimmage, but he is a liability in coverage, 100% a liability in coverage.
Because it's dumb because he has the agility and speed. That's the annoying part. It's just, can you just follow the route? Can you at least have some play recognition?
It's a stop, start, and change of direction. He just doesn't have it. He doesn't have the.
He's got the tools though. That's the annoying part.
He does, but once he gets going one direction, it's like it's not flipping the hips. He doesn't flip his hips well. Like there's just so many things that he needs that he just can't do. He almost would be better as like a coverage linebacker. You know,
he's so undersized.
He's so undersized for it is the problem, right? He's that tweener.
He's like he's like how they wanted Jonathan Abram to be in the NFL, but Jonathan Abram was still undersized. So,
yeah, 100%, he is. So Jaden Hicks looks better than him, and at this point, play your best 11 on defense.
Whoever has the most confidence, you need to start those guys. Yeah,
and listen, the defense looked better against the Texans than they have in a long time.
This defense is so good. It's so good. If you're a Chiefs fan right now, you don't think the defense is good. Like they're third in points given up or third in points scored or however their defensive numbers this year is astonishing, and it's not talked about enough.
Well, and what's not talked about enough is the fact that they make every team they play against one dimensional. Like, yeah, sure, there may be games where the secondaries has sucked, but nobody runs against them, right? Derrick Henry, who I still stand by, skips leg day and sucks, is running all over the rest of the NFL, but suddenly he can't run over the Chiefs. Like, it's like I stand by my statement that only the Chiefs know how to tackle, apparently, because they shut him down every time.
That's scheme. That's Spags. That you got to thank Spags on that. That's Spags is doing is shutting the running game down. It's his bread and butter. It's always been
100%. It's Spags, but it's also like, I mean, if Derrick Henry is this beast of a truck of this Marshawn Lynch beast mode, then he's going to be trucking people. He doesn't truck the Chiefs.
At least not now. Hopefully, it doesn't happen in the playoffs. But I'm just saying.
I don't think it's going to happen in the playoffs. And I don't think it's going to happen with Najee Harris this week running against the Chiefs either. I don't think that there's a single NFL team that's going to run the ball all over the Chiefs.
They will at least use the running backs. They'll utilize them because Jalen Warren's will have his receptions. Najee Harris will have his receptions as well.
They will attempt to utilize them, but every team attempts to utilize their running backs against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs shut them down. I think the Chiefs have the best run defense in the NFL, and I'm not scared of anybody's rushing attack against this defense.
And I'm not concerned about how Russell Wilson's going to perform. I think Russell Wilson's going to pee down his leg like he did the last 2 weeks.
100% he's going to piss himself. And also, we spoke about George Pickens being out. Like, he's supposed to be back for this game, but he's a wide receiver with a hamstring injury that kept him out 4 games, the last 4 games. Like hamstrings are so big.
It's been 4 games he's been out?
Yeah. You turned one wrong way, and
that's re-aggravated.
Yeah, it's re-aggravated.
Look at T. Higgins.
Yeah, hamstrings and turf toe will just last an entire damn season.
Turf toe sucks. It sucks. I've had it. It's not fun.
Yeah. But speaking of somebody who was out for a long time and came back and looked pretty good, Hollywood Brown, he was limited reps because they're ramping him back up. I wrote about him for Arrowhead Pride today, where he basically was like, I wanted more reps, but I understand, I trust the process that the Chiefs, are ramping me back up, and I got to get those reps in practice and get my communication up with Patrick Mahomes. He goes, he said he appreciated that the Chiefs called plays that he was familiar with, and gave him an opportunity to be successful.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah, why wouldn't they? That's not like Andy Reid's gonna call a play that you're like, what the hell it's like zero gas,
run a drag, buddy, go.
Pistol. Yeah, like why, like if he doesn't know the play, they're not gonna call it. But Andy Reid said that he just wanted more than anything for Hollywood Brown to get that first hit out of the way, and to get hit and feel that he was okay. And that
was he the one that did they throw that one over the middle? Was that him that caught that, or was that Worthy? Like there was a play in the first quarter. They threw it over the middle. It might have been D-Hop, but I was like, man, did Mahomes throw that? Did he throw that ball to him?
I think it was D-Hop. But long story short, they're going to be ramping up Hollywood Brown as they get closer to the playoffs, and having D-Hop, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Juju Smith-Schuster at wide receiver is more than enough firepower to score points in bunches and to score enough points to win the Super Bowl. Like the Chiefs offense, like, and that's the whole thing, is like Andy Reid went back to his roots against the Houston Texans and went back to West Coast offense. He did a West Coast offense with bootlegs and shotgun, right? Like the traditional West Coast offense. Bill Walsh's West Coast offense doesn't have shotgun in it. Andy Reid originally never had a shotgun in his offense until he played against the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And that game was the game that convinced him that he needed to run the shotgun. I think he only ran like a shotgun 4 times in that game, and they just blitzed him up the middle. They just fire blitzed him with the middle linebackers up the middle, and Donovan McNabb couldn't get back and set before they were in the backfield. And so that was the game that convinced him that he needed to incorporate the shotgun into his West Coast offense. But more so than anything, the passing routes that he was doing, the wide receiver screens, the crossing patterns, the short outs, the button hooks, all these things. This is short, intermediate passing game that gets the ball in somebody's hands while they're moving. It's just textbook Bill Walsh West Coast offense. And it's an offense that works so well for this team.
And this was the best I think Patrick Mahomes has looked all season. There was a lot of dropped balls, a lot. Like Justin Watson should have caught that touchdown. Hollywood Brown should have caught that one-hand snag. You should have kept on running and stopped looking back too soon. If you would have kept running in stride, that could have been a touchdown. But no, like those are 2 things that stick out to me the most. That hey, Pat actually looked really good this game. It's because they simplified the playbook. They ran something that is in the wheelhouse of what Mahomes can do, and it worked to perfection.
To perfection. It's the best I think the Chiefs have looked all year long, and I think they're ramping up to peak at the right time for another run. Xavier Worthy looks like more than a deep threat to me at this point. Even though he couldn't get his feet down on that catch that went out of bounds in the end zone, the fact that he caught that contested catch, it was a contested catch too, and the defender was all over him, is such a bright spot in his development. To be able to see that and think, okay, this kid, everything's starting to put it together. And like, listen, he's practicing every day with Hollywood Brown and DeAndre Hopkins and Juju Smith-Schuster. Of course, he's going to learn how to make contested catches, learn how to create separation, learn how to break off a route, learn spacing. These guys are all veterans, right? And so this is the perfect situation for a guy like him to develop in. My only gripe, and this is a minor gripe about the Chiefs on Sunday, was Andy Reid using Isaiah Pacheco over Kareem Hunt on 4th and 1. Like, there's no universe where you shouldn't have Kareem Hunt run that football.
Nah, give me pop.
No, he didn't work. And then after that,
but still give me pop.
Kareem Hunt picked up every single short yardage situation after that.
I know, but still give me pop, because Pacheco's who they're going to rely upon the entire time. So I get it. He didn't get it.
Not in short yardage. He's not a power back. He does not have any power. And short yardage, you have to.
What do you mean? He has so much power in them thighs. What do you mean?
No, he does not. He is fast and he runs hard.
If anything, give me Samaje Perine in the backfield on 3rd down and short.
Sure. That's okay. But I'm telling you, Watch he runs hard, he runs angry, but he doesn't have a lot of power.
But he has a lot. He has a lot of power, Rocky. That's nuts. He's a running back in the league. Damn it.
I know he doesn't have a lot of power though. He's fast.
I'll take Pacheco over Hunt any day to give me some power. I know the numbers say give me Kareem Hunt. No, give me Isaiah Pacheco.
I'm telling you right now, Kareem Hunt all day long. And if you put Pacheco in on short yardage, you're asking to get turned over like you did.
So I guess we'll have to find out when this happens during when it means the most in the playoffs.
Because I bet you moving forward, you only see Kareem Hunt in those situations. I bet you
think so?
Moving forward. I think from now on, after that, I think it's only Kareem Hunt.
Okay. We'll see.
Last thing before we get out of here, a couple things. We're gonna Chiefs are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers on Christmas Day. I think it's stupid. I hate Christmas football because it puts me at odds with my family.
Yeah, you really didn't have a good Christmas last year. I had a great Christmas last year. I don't know about you, but
yeah, no. Well, we're gonna have a better Christmas this year because we're gonna still have the number 1 seed.
I certainly hope.
I don't think there's any way that the Steelers win this game, even though they're a good team and blah 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 blah.
They're not a good team. They're posers, man.
Yeah, they are. I don't believe in Russell Wilson. I think George Pickens is going to be limited. Calvin Austin is fine, but he's nothing great. Chiefs are going to shut down the run game. And outside of TJ Watt, I don't believe in their pass rush. And it's as simple as that. Sure, they still got Minkah Fitzpatrick. They still have Joey Porter Jr., blah, 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 blah.
Joey might not play. He didn't practice the last 2 days.
Yeah, he's listed as questionable.
I don't know if he plays. I really don't know.
He might not. But even so, I don't I think the Texans are a better team than the Steelers. Like the record may say something different, but I think the Texans have better players on their team than the Steelers. And the Chiefs handled them. The X factor is the Steelers are better coached.
Yeah, no, I agree. But also, I do think the defense is a tad bit better than what the Texans have. The Steelers do. It's just what Russell Wilson are you going to get is just the biggest what if question where we've been asking all of us from the last 4 years of what Russell Wilson can actually be. I honestly think the Steelers are god awful. I think they'll kick field goals to try to win. I think Chris Boswell gets 15 points off field goals, and I still think the Chiefs win this one very easily, maybe a 31-15.
I think the Chiefs win this one by 10 points. That's my prediction.
The Steelers are not good. They're just not good. They just they're
going to shut down the running game, and Russell Wilson's going to piss himself. And yeah, listen, do exactly what you did last week and keep Mahomes on the move and give him quick options. And I think that the Chiefs move the ball.
They're not
and take care of business.
The Steelers are not good against good defenses. The Eagles 2 weeks ago, the Ravens this past week, and now you have the best defense in the league in the Chiefs. It's like you're going to lose. I know, I get it to me without Chris Jones, but the Chiefs should be fine. They're going to shut down the Steelers. McDuffie's going to get his third interception. I'm calling it right now. He's going to go another one.
Listen. On the post game, I said that the reason why McDuffie's getting all the interceptions is because the simulation and the keep it close thing, like Madden has like triggered in the simulation of our universe where they were like, oh, wait, McDuffie doesn't have any interceptions and he's that good. We have to start giving him interceptions because it has to match his attributes.
Well, in the Arrowhead Pride Madden sim that I do, he always gets interceptions for some reason. Like without a doubt, he didn't. Spoiler: he did not get an interception in the Madden sim this time. There was no interceptions, by the way. Hell of a game.
That's because he's going to get one in the real simulation of life.
True,
and not in the Madden simulation.
That's true. Very true. I hope so. All
right, before we get out of here, first of all, Merry Christmas to everybody. Merry Christmas, Kramer Sansone. But also, CBS Sports ran an article today saying the 5 teams that could dethrone the Chiefs in the playoffs. Number 1 is, or number 5. Sorry, number 5.
That's
number 5 is the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay, I could see that. If they get there, they're going to be a dangerous team, man. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase,
they're not going to get there.
I'm just saying, if they get there, they got to beat the Broncos first, and the Dolphins need to lose, and they need so much to fall in their way.
They're 4-8.
But the Bengals?
Yes.
They're not 4-8.
They're 4-8-1.
The Bengals tied this year?
Yeah, look at the standings
What
right
did they
now.
tie? They did not tie. There's no way they tied this year. Are you drunk?
Sorry. No, I was looking at the old one. I was looking at an old thing. They're 7-8. 7-8.
Okay, I'm about to say
0.
they're on one
Sorry.
right now.
I
They're
was looking
winning.
at old week. Sorry. 7-8. They're
Rocket's
7-8.
His sea legs are gone again.
Yeah, my sea legs are gone. I had to make up for 200 points in a bowling game. Sorry, everybody. They're 7-8. Like 4-8 didn't even make sense as I was saying it for the week that we're in.
Hey, no worries, buddy.
7-8. They're 7-8 still. They're 7-8. They're 3 games out of their own division. They're trying to get a wild card.
There's a chance. They are if they get into the playoffs, they are a scary team. You can't rule that out because that Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow connection is absolutely on fire right now. I don't even like the Bengals. I don't like anything in Ohio.
They're not even going to get in the playoffs, though. That's the whole thing. Is that they need both the Chargers and the Broncos to lose.
Well, they play the Broncos this week, so they could easily beat them and they call it good, but they have to beat them.
No, they can't even beat them and call it good. The Broncos are 9-6. The Chargers are 9-6.
Yeah,
they need the Broncos and Chargers to both lose out, and they have to win out.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It might.
And then they also need.
But they would
need Indianapolis to lose out, and they also need Miami to lose out. And this is the team that's going to threaten the Chiefs the most.
If they make it,
most.
Yeah.
Please, I hope we see the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs. That
defense is bad, though. That defense is really bad. Lou Anarumo peaked.
Yeah, they're garbage. They're a garbage team.
All right, who's 4?
All right, 4 is the Detroit Lions. Now, Detroit Lions, I think, should be number 1. Even though their defense, struggled, they still scare me. The Detroit Lions still scare me. They can score points with anybody.
They can. If you need to have a shootout, that's the game you have a shootout with because it's just it'll be fun. But yeah, that defense there's so many casualties on that defense. But they should be number 1. They should be. They probably would be if they were all healthy at full strength.
Yeah, 100%. Number 3 is the Philadelphia Eagles. This is it's weird. This was posted today, so Jalen Hurts was already out with a concussion.
Gotcha.
When they wrote this, so
I think with Jalen Hurts, that may be the number 1 or number 2.
Maybe, but at the same time, it's like okay, we've seen this game before.
Yeah, no, we have, but it could also be.
They're not better now than they were the last time we played them in the Super Bowl.
You really think that?
I don't think the record might be better, but they're not a better team.
I don't know. That defense is a lot better than what they've. That Jalen Carter is such a stud, dude. Like he's a game wrecker. He is a young Chris Jones right now. It is scary.
I'm quaking in my boots. I'm quaking, Kramer.
Oh,
number 2.
You quaking?
Number 2, Buffalo Bills.
I'm shocked they're not number 1. Doesn't CBS love the Bills?
Yeah, they love the Bills. And so, I guess
they keep winning.
They keep winning. They beat the Chiefs once this year. Sure. They're always tough. They'd be a tough out.
Cool.
They were tough out last year. They're tough out this year. Number one team that is best set up to beat the Chiefs and dethrone them. The Sam Darnold led Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go, Sam Darnold. I love it. You know what? Sam Darnold, I'm so happy for that guy. I truly am.
I am too. Listen, their coach is great. They have a lot of talent. They're really, really good.
But they're not beating the Chiefs. I'm sorry.
They're not beating the Chiefs. Sam Darnold led team isn't beating the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
His ghost will come back and haunt him.
Yeah, sure. We're not talking that's the thing that I think these people don't understand. We're not talking regular season Kansas City Chiefs here, people. We're talking postseason, and in this case, Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. But I mean, wouldn't that be a hell of a story though if that is the case that Sam Darnold dethroned? He's got to be in Canton. I think he has to be. Comeback player of the year. He should be MVP.
Story. It'd be 100% vindication for what I've been saying about teams giving up on quarterbacks and not wanting to develop players, and saying that coaches don't want to coach, and everything that we've said up until this point about the problems with coaching in the NFL and these guys. That being said, I think Sam Darnold could be the next Geno Smith and have a very good career and be very successful. I don't think he's dethroning Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
If he is, bravo. But it's just the
If he is,
sign Chiefs.
I'll crown his ass if he beats the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
sure. But
Super Bowl 4? Is that Super Bowl 4, Super Bowl 6?
Yeah, Super Bowl
4?
2, right?
2?
Maybe 2. Oh no. The Vikings Super Bowl. I think that's their 4th Super Bowl. Yeah.
No, Chiefs Vikings Super Bowl 4.
Oh, they played in Super Bowl 4. Yeah. Yep. All right, Kramer. Merry Christmas. I love you, buddy.
Merry Christmas to you, buddy. I love you as well.
Yeah. All right, Chiefs Kingdom. We love you. All of our Veachies out there. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy whatever else you celebrate. Yule tide, Yule log, not a log in the sense that you think I said I had a log. Can't see the tan lines, can you, Russ? Can't see the lines, can you, Russ?
Yeah, no lines.
Yeah, no lines. Hey, we say this all the time, but thank you so much because we don't get to do this without you guys, and we're super appreciative of you guys this holiday season. And we hope we earned the privilege of your time and listening to this podcast, and have a great Christmas with you and your family, and eat a shit ton of food and have a great time loving on each other. All right. We'll see you guys soon.